Welcome back to week 11 of Nickel and Dime Football Podcast. I don't know. I've just been thinking about old time announcers and how crappy the football announcers and commentators are nowadays. And I miss the old school Maddens and the saying the obvious, I need to hear about whoever scores the most points is going to win the game. You know what I mean? Like I need to hear that again. But we're week 11, man. Playoff picture shaping up. Some good teams are still losing to some really bad teams. Injuries are starting to pile up. Teams are looking to head down the stretch as best they can. We got backup quarterbacks playing. We got no-name receivers playing. We got it all. Hit that subscribe button. It's Nickel and Dime. I'm so tired of hearing Chris Collinsworth and Joe Buck. I hate them.
Who would have ever thought, bro, that like people would be clamoring for John Madden? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the landscape Madden. We live in.
Great coach, great commentator for a while until the book got figured out on him. Awesome game. You know what I'm saying? For what it's worth, we'll take what you will from there. But
will forever be the Godfather because of that game too.
Yeah, I think puts the shine on him a little bit more.
Yeah, man. Everyone talks about his name comes out of every football fan's mouth. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you get a new Madden. Who you run with in Madden?
Yeah, obviously I run with the same team. I'm a for lifer. And speaking of that, I am fucking disgusted. Okay,
let's kick it off.
Close to the mic on that one.
Week 10 recap. Let's get into it. My man's got something to say. Say it.
Bro, you cannot put up a more disgusting display of football from a supposed Super Bowl contending team getting their ass whooped by the likes of Trevor Siemian and Taylor Heineke in back-to-back weeks with a week off in between. What kind of shit is that?
Hey, real quick, side note, fuck you, Matthew Berry. Listen to you this Sunday. And you said don't start Gibson, and my man dropped 19 points with 2 touchdowns. So thank you.
It's just like we are back to, even with Tom Brady, back to losing games in fluky ways. Like for as much crap as I was giving the refs and the Saints and all that stuff, they did win. Tampa Bay lost. You know what I'm saying? And this one was not on the refs. Like Tampa Bay just played bad. They played bad football across the board. Tom Brady did not play well.
2 picks in the first quarter. What?
Well, one of them was a fluke. One of them was a fluke.
One was not his
receiver,
fault. Yeah.
Right? But definitely, the second one was. And for as crazy as the defensive stats might look, Drew, pass rush was there. And Devin White had 2 sacks, but there weren't really a lot of splash plays, missing tackles. 10-minute plus drive in the fourth quarter to win the game.
And Riverboat Ron staying true to the name, going for it. He did not want to give Brady the ball back with any kind of time on the list. Yeah, I love it. So I love it.
Shout to the Washington football team for getting the dub. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking deserve it. Okay, Bucks, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it.
That's hilarious. My man. Well, we'll go from your team to my team then. Let's talk about Cam Newton and the Panthers.
They coming back, baby. I'm back. God, that was sitting in his chest so hard, Drew. Oh my God.
I'm trying so hard,
right,
to get hyped for this.
Yeah, I can see it on your face,
but I'm having trouble.
It's like it pains you. It's looking like it's paining you a little bit.
Me and fellow Panthers fan Matthew Simon, who you remember from the season preview show, we're kind of going back and forth a little bit this week because he just doesn't understand why I'm not hyped about this. And I thought about it, and this is the words that I've thought to put to compare it to.
Okay.
I'm like a kid that found out Santa isn't real, and it's his first Christmas, and he's trying to get excited about it.
Yeah. Talk about the shine on. That definitely takes the shine off the aura a little bit. But speak on that. Yeah, speak on that.
Like, I'm excited. You know what I mean? Like, of course, 2 touchdowns. Love that. You know what I mean? CMC looked re-energized. Robbie Anderson looked re-energized. Didn't think that man was going to come back from the dead.
Bro, he was re-energized from the golf cart video. He was laughing his ass off.
Right.
He was laughing, smiling, having a great time. He came back. They are hair brothers. So it was an instant connection. Connection.
So for that, I'm excited, but I want to see if he can throw the ball. I'm still very cautious about if my man can get it done. Because, we're going to catch some teams off guard. But what happens when that tape's out there? What happens when you can game plan for that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I want to be excited. I want this to be great. I want this to take us to the playoffs, which it's looking like it's not going to be that difficult in the NFC to make the playoffs. But I don't want to just make the playoffs. I want to win a game. Like I'm the all or nothing. You know what I mean? I want to be a contender, or I want a top 5 pick.
And good on you for not wanting to be mediocre, because mediocre does, like, you go to the bottom.
I've had plenty of years of mediocre.
Yeah, me too, and below mediocre. So I completely understand that. Drew, that leads me to bounce the first question of the day to you then. So talking about the tape being out there, how many games are you looking to see before you kind of know if it's real or not? Let's say put the over under at 4. What you thinking?
I'll go under, because I think, today's NFL, you put something on tape twice and they got you. You know what I mean? So let's see. The Panthers coming up schedule. We got Washington football team this week.
Motherfuckers.
Then we got Miami. Then I think we got our bye. And then we got the Falcons. That's 3 games against teams that aren't doing that
winnable. Yes. Say it.
So I'm going to see what I need to see, I think, in these next 3 games.
Well, I almost wish that there was a beast in there, like a quote unquote beast, because I don't want y'all for you actually. I don't want y'all to beat up on bad teams and then have pumped. Fools fool's gold on your hands. You know what I'm saying?
But then we'll know that the possibilities are there. You know what I mean? And we're getting in our own head. You know what I mean? Like if you go down the field on an NFL team, you should be able theoretically to do it to any of the teams. You know what I mean?
Just ask the Washington football team. Just ask the Washington football team.
Right. And Miami's stepping up, so that might be a closer game than we think.
And you named off those teams and we'll move along on this, but I'm done with slouches, because this is the NFL. Washington was 2-6. Miami, their record is what it is. Getting the win over the Baltimore Ravens, Washington getting the win over the Bucks. Yeah. It you need to prepare like a professional, and the top teams in the league, when they lose these games, are not doing that. Now, Baltimore coming off the short week, but just it's pissing me off, Drew.
Nah, I hear you, man. I mean, I do take this Panthers win with a grain of salt. No Kyler, no D-Hop. You know what I mean? So I'm glad we sucker punched them while they were down. I'm good with that. You don't want to lose to a backup. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
Taking that win with a grain. I'm just happy we put up points against that defense. To be honest with you, that's what I'm excited.
That was the matchup, and y'all won that easily. Yeah.
So talking about the Ravens, they get sucker punched by the Dolphins. Emergency quarterback Tua to the rescue.
Right? I mean, and I feel like Tua's going along on that Baker line where it's they lose, he looks bad. Oh, get Tua out of here. Get Baker out of here. And then their backs against the wall or they're in a tough spot, ball out. And now it's oh, here we go.
Is that the key? Do they just need Tua to come off the bench? He came off the bench and had his best games in Alabama. You know what I mean? Coming in for Hurts. Does he just need to be that hero? Does he have that hero complex?
I forgot about the history on that. So there might be something to that. No, man, I feel like he prepared well, and like they give you just enough to be like, all right, next game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things, but can he sustain it? They'll have an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing about it.
Yeah. Well, the Titans survived the Saints. We love a Saints loss here. Tannehill, 213 yards and a touchdown. Simeon threw two touchdowns. So I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't battling up there. So
it was a back and forth game. To be honest, I thought the Titans was going to run away with it, but Simeon. And it's not even Trevor Simeon, man. We just have to give credit to Sean Payton. Like, I'm sorry, he's did this with Drew Brees. He did it with Teddy Bridgewater. He did it with Jameis Winston. And he's doing it with Trevor damn Simeon. Come on, man. This dude is like, he's a genius because he keeps his team in it. Dennis Allen with that defense, they lose by 2 points. And they were getting beat by double digits at a certain point. And then
2-point conversion away from going to overtime. Yeah.
Thank you. And they finally, and I like shout to me on this one, but like somebody, Mark Ingram was available in the league. I picked his ass right on up because Alvin Kamara like was iffy. Turns out he was out. And they finally started giving the dude the ball in the second half. And look what happened. They right back in the game. But shout to the Titans who keep eking out close wins.
The hatred, just the league-wide distrust in Mark Ingram, and I'm talking about from NFL teams, just upsets me.
Yeah, I mean it's 30-plus-year-old running backs, man. That's all
still
it is.
Still crushing it.
Yep.
Well, JTT, Jonathan Taylor touchdown, saves the Colts again.
I like that.
Beat the Jaguars. A rush for another 100-yard game, 116 and a touch.
That is the formula, and not only that, but again, Drew, not asking Carson Wentz to do too much. I mean, like,
and he still almost messed up.
He did, and that's the crazy thing, bro. Like, I was facing him, and no touchdowns.
Oh yeah,
I was facing him, and he had like 6 points. He had 6 points or something like that. That
was Laura's team. Yeah, she was very upset about it. She was very upset.
She was.
This was a Carson Wentz hating household for sure.
Yeah, and we'll clearly talk about her team here in a minute, getting back on track. But an up and down day for her. I'll take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Patriots destroyed the Browns. Man, there's just when we thought Cleveland was on the way back, those injuries are just piling up.
Yeah, it was a lot of big injuries yesterday. A lot of big injuries yesterday. I'll be honest, Drew. Did you see this 45-7 L coming? I mean, maybe an L, but
like
this 28-23.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be way more competitive than that. And
yeah, dude, Mac Jones is looking a little comfortable. He's smiling on the sideline, like you know. Papa Bill don't let you have fun unless you're winning.
Exactly. That's when the smiles come out. It's almost like there's a threshold there that it's their SOP, standard operating procedure, once you get inside the building. Yeah. But no, man, like, I mean, it just nothing went right for them. Nothing went right for them. And the Browns, bro, sitting at 5-5. Is this anywhere close to where you thought? We know the game didn't go their way, but like, coming into the season, this game is kind of a microcosm because one, we didn't see the Browns being this bad. We did not see the Patriots being this good, 6-4, I believe now, ready to go, like early Mac Jones. Yeah,
early. Yeah. Well, their division foe, the Bills, have we love our get right games, and boy, did they have one against the Jets.
Damn, yeah, they needed that too. They needed that. Surprisingly, though, Drew, for as consistent as Buffalo has been over the course of the season, last couple of weeks not that consistent though. And this one finally maybe gets them back on the right track. Yeah,
no. Singletary had a rushing touchdown. Watch out, someone not named Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills had a rushing TD, and Stephon Diggs seemed little more comfortable. 162 yards.
And needed every bit of that because he had been not doing quite so well. But let's not give the folks too much hope on the Buffalo running game because even though he had a touchdown, there was 3 of them, about 4 of them, by the way. The top yardage
getter, 40 something.
43 yards. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but
no, I didn't say they're back, but I'm saying it's better than usual. It's above average,
bro. And they have some dog. Like, I mean, we
Yeah.
talked about this before.
I love Zach Moss. I don't know what happened here.
Matt Breida was in the game yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Drew, check me out though. So it's not like that. Maybe it was just the Jets. So throw this out, maybe. But the yardage was not bad. The top two rushers, even though the yardage was low, Singletary was getting 6.1 a clip, 6.1 yards per carry.
They're just not going to him enough.
Yep, seven attempts. Matt Breida, 3 attempts, 28 yards. What does that equate to? 9.3 yards a carry. Let's go.
So it was working.
It was working. It was working.
Okay. All right. Now I'm confused.
Yeah.
All right. Buffalo.
Right.
All right. Carolina North. Buffalo is what Carolina could be right now if we just kept everybody. we had Brandon Bean, but we kept our old Gettleman Hurney combo instead.
Oh, it like you say that now and it just sounds so disgusting.
Right.
Like, just like what? And Gettleman is still in the. I hope we beat the snot out of the Giants. And
yeah,
honestly,
I know that's a team that we should have gotten. We should have got Mara on here. So y'all two could have your moments.
Yeah,
but.
love that guy too. Love that guy.
Yeah.
Hate his
team.
I hate well, and I think I hate Gettleman more. I think like you've inception me into hating Dave Gettleman. You know,
good. I want to do that. That's my life goal, to do that to everyone.
Well, mission accomplished, sir.
Good. Well, the Steelers and Lions tie. Do we even need to talk about that one?
They tied. No.
I love that Najee Harris was like, "Wait, we can do that."
Yeah. Again, I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet that said the torch has been passed, and it was like a picture of Donovan McNabb and Najee Harris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how do players still don't know a tie could happen? I don't get it.
Me neither.
It's funny to me that so many athletes, you find out so many athletes don't actually follow the sport they play.
It's like it literally all they do is play and work out and like maybe, do family stuff, but no socials, no TV, no.
What
do they do?
I would watch SportsCenter every morning.
What else is on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do they do? Like, is it cooking shows? Is it reality TV? Like, are they up on The Bachelor? Is that their thing?
Yeah.
Or do
Good Morning America? Like, what's that?
Do they live in incubators? Like, as soon as game time's over, do they just go into
shut it down?
Sleep?
Yeah. I mean, I guess they shut off. Power down. Vikings beat her bear and the Chargers, and it hurts me because week after week I feel like the Chargers stock is dropping a little bit.
I don't know if you could see my face, but like I was sort of monitoring that game. Did not know the Chargers wound up losing that game. I'll be honest with you.
Kirk Cousins, 294 yards and 2 touchdowns.
See, and this is why Kirk O'Banks has been able to prolong a career, because he will go.
He'll have these games. Yeah,
he'll have these games. I mean, it's been like what, 3 weeks, like since he's been balling like the last couple of weeks. Get that man another 20-30 million, he gonna ride.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. But no, I need Herbert to turn it around there. To talk about the wide receivers disappearing still. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
Yeah. And they needed somebody else aside from Keenan Allen. And Keenan Allen averaging 12.3 yards a clip, 11 targets, but Mike Williams not really doing. He might be. I thought he might be a little bit injured. Drew, let me just ask you. They have Parham Jr. is 6'8", bro. Why is he only getting a target? I'm sorry. I'm chucking that at least 5 times a game.
Right. Just up in the air. Like, no one can catch this above you.
No. Just jump.
Get on your tiptoes. Maybe he can't jump. Maybe that's his thing. Maybe he can't jump.
Is that the problem with tall people? Because I feel like if you're not a basketball player, most tall people can't really jump that high.
They're not coordinated.
They maybe don't feel. They feel like they don't have to, so they don't work on those muscles. I don't know. I'm sure. I don't.
Low, like, or too high center of gravity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Vikings play the Packers next week, so we'll see if they can sustain that. Because the Packers won a snooze fest against the Seahawks.
They did.
Oh,
they did. You know what I took away from this game, Drew? DK Metcalf, for as much as we love him, might be a little bit of an asshole. Like he might be
if you looked like that, would you not be a little bit of a prick?
Well, and I
be a little bit of a prick.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, Drew, because I think that might be what it is. It's like, like my man's had a couple of runs here on social media, just out there firing off the guns with some wild things, and might be a little bit of a dick. Not gonna lie.
Just a smidgen.
Yeah.
Chiefs back. They put it on the Raiders.
They did.
Put 41 on them to be exact. Check out this stat line. Patrick Mahomes, 406 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he might be back. I mean, that kind of a stat line is what you expect from Patrick Mahomes. Apparently some guy named Tommy Townsend, great football name,
punter,
one for 116 yards, baby.
The punter, fake punt.
Yeah,
hit him with that fake punt.
Yeah, and them boys were going off. So maybe 41 points. I like it though.
Yeah, Kelsey looked good. Tyreek was getting his touches. Hardman contributed. Pringle contributed. Like, look what happens when they show up.
Yep. If those guys are contributing, it's probably going to be a good game. On the flip side, though, Drew, is this the end of the Raiders? Like that
emotional win, like that ran out real quick. Yep. So yeah, I think they're in trouble. No real identity on offense. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I never used to understand what that meant. You know what I mean? I never understood when commentators would say that, but I get it now. The Raiders look completely lost out there.
And it's a real thing. Like, and it's kind of weird. Like you say that, and quick aside here, but like talking about an offense stalling, like just go look at Wake Forest's offense. And like, you tell me if it's not a snooze fest. Like they win games, but I don't know. But
North Carolina, they ain't win that North Carolina game though.
They did not. They did not.
And then Carolina turned around and lost to Pitt. So hey,
it happens.
I hate
Pitt's ranked though. Pitt's ranked. But Raiders, man. They need to find something in quick for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some housekeeping notes real quick. Packers offering the sale of their stock for $300 a share, but get this. No dividends, no say in anything. It is a worthless piece of paper.
And it always has been. And it's $300. So pretty much, and like, they'll sell it.
Yeah.
But of course they'll sell it. But like, why does an NFL team need money? Like, I don't know. But like, the Packers run their organization this way, and it's a farce, to be honest with you. They do have to prove that money's going to the facilities. So that's nice. Yeah. I like, if I buy it, if I ever want to cash it in, give me a damn chair from the stadium. Like, I'm sorry, like that's mine.
Yeah.
That's mine. Yeah. Like, that's what I want. I don't even want the 300 back.
How do you not make ticket? Whatever. Okay. Packers running back Jones out 1 to 2 weeks with a mild sprained MCL. Looked like a pretty bad injury, so to hear a mild sprain was pretty good. Yeah,
it is, and it might be Dylan season now, baby.
Quadzilla,
right? That 1 to 2 weeks gonna turn to 3-4. He get to knocking some people the fuck out.
Didn't he have two? Didn't he have the 2 touchdowns last night?
Yeah. And the interview after the game. Yeah, it might be a 3 to 4 week injury for your boy Jones.
Hey, Browns defensive back Troy Hill was released from the hospital. He had a scary neck injury. They did the whole cutting the face mask off the helmet thing, stabilizing the neck, taking him straight to the hospital. So he's good, movement and extremities. So that's good.
Damn good player.
Yeah, dude. Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield had a scary knee injury too, but turns out it's just a contusion. So he's day-to-day. Bulletproof Baker over here, just walking around like he's not held together by his skin right now.
Yeah, and stay tuned for that. We got more on that in 3 and Out here.
Ooh, okay, I like it. Man, sad news out of Washington. Chase Young torn ACL, done for the foreseeable future.
And
and
them
also,
knee gods, bro. Them knee gods was playing games yesterday. I'm sorry, like
they were taking them.
Yeah.
Looks like Ryan Fitzmagic's done for the year too. Just really can't bounce back from that hip injury, and he's 38. So some are a little concerned that this might be the end of the road. For Mr. Fitzpatrick.
Understandable.
Yeah.
From the 35 plus up club, yes, this is understandable.
Right. If my hip hurt, I wouldn't want to walk down the stairs, let alone play football.
No, I mean Chase Young is chasing you in practice. So what you guys think the other team is going to do? You know what I'm saying?
I would be screaming, Jersey.
Yep.
Don't
hit
me, please.
The brightest of colors.
I want neon green. Like don't hit me. I'm too old.
Let me get the hottest of pinks. Let it be Susan G. Komen month every day for me. Okay.
I'm too damn old. Darnold's on the IR. Julio's on the IR. Steelers Minka Fitzpatrick tested positive for COVID, so he might be out on Sunday, depending on how he handles all of that.
Right.
But yeah, the Panthers are operating as if Sam Darnold is done for the year.
Was going to ask you about that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then like how I just don't like just the whole payment and all this stuff, like just the egg on the Panthers face. You got to talk on that. I think that's
what's getting me, man. I think the whole situation just has me you know what I mean? So that's why I'm not hyped about Cam Newton coming back. Like, yeah, he might be the energy we need. Yeah, he might get it done.
Right.
He's not the answer for the future. You know what I mean? So like we're still this back in 2019. We're back. We just wasted 2 years. And 2 years of no growth.
And not only that, like everything that Drew just said, but it's the move that they were 100%. They were balls to the walls for Sam Darnold in the offseason. And it's the move now that you can't really see the repercussions coming, because if you talk it out, second round pick gone. Fourth round pick gone. You know what I'm saying? Like money. These are things gone. That money gone. So against the cap. So these are things that are going to potentially hurt this team. Drew, y'all got to hit on your picks. Like
you tell. You know what I mean? Like, and it needs to be a quarterback. Unfortunately, we're now in that group,
making it even harder.
Yeah,
to hit on your pick. You know what I mean?
So now we got to hope for a Mac Jones. You know what I mean?
Mac Jones,
right? Like. Damn.
Oh man.
Damn. You got me there.
Yeah. I mean, but everybody else could have too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And 15. Nobody has more. Yep. Nobody has more egg on their face in the Mac Jones sweepstakes than motherfucking Kyle Shanahan. Okay. Like that dude right now is oof. Like, come on, my guy. Like, I know like his man. And like continue.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I that poor San Fran fan. Shout out to Miles, our boy Miles, our resident 49ers.
Love that guy. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's time for one of my favorite segments. It's 3 and Out. Shawn, what you got on first down?
I mean, we alluded to it earlier, bro, but talking about the Browns, we gotta speak on that a little bit more, because everything that was supposed to be right has gone wrong for the most part in Cleveland. I think where expectations are, bro. But the question is this, and I'll kick it the second down on this. Do they need to sit Baker Mayfield? That's the question.
I don't think Baker is good enough
because of injury
to play through the injuries. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he needs to be at 100%. He needs to be ready to go to be effective.
Right.
And he's not that right now. So yes, they need to get him healthy, because sending him out to get just beat up more and more is not winning games, obviously.
Yep. Yeah. And I feel like they're just getting this man through the week. And it's
how many pain injections has that dude taken in the last few weeks? You know what I mean?
One step forward, 2 steps back, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure he got like mad sight pain from all the needles, and anybody who's been getting those vaccines is about that time. You know about sight pain from them injections. So I'm sure Baker has got a lot of needle marks on him. You know what I mean?
Oh, poor guy.
All right. What you got on second down?
Second down. Between second and 11th place in the AFC, they are separated by 1.5 games.
Damn, second and 11.
And 11. Yeah.
Wow.
So here's 2 through 11. Or actually, 2 through 12 is separated by a game and a half.
Asterisk.
So Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Steelers, Patriots, Chargers are currently in the playoffs.
Right.
With the Bengals, Raiders, Colts, Browns, and Broncos on the outside looking in.
Yep.
Tell me a really good AFC team that misses the playoffs.
Ooh, really good AFC team. Ooh.
Somebody's out, you know?
Yeah. Okay. And like this will actually lead into my third down question. But right now, I am going to say a really good team that misses the playoffs. For me, I think right now, outside looking in, or that's in right now.
It can be either or. All it takes is a couple game losing streak and you're done.
Yeah, I think based on, I'm going with this the 7th through the 9th seed. So LA, Las Vegas, and Cincinnati. And out of those 3 teams, I think Vegas is the easy answer. But I also think that the LA Chargers might be in danger of missing the playoffs based on what we have seen. And I don't know if they were able to get right, because Drew, they're still a young team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What you think? Like, you asked the question, I want to know your answer as well, but
I'm scared to pull the trigger on the Bengals. I feel like the Bengals are going to let their fan base down like they tend to do. You know what I mean?
and Drew, what a fall it would be, bro, because just a couple weeks ago, go back a couple episodes, number one seed.
And
now
they're number 8, not making the playoffs right now.
Yep. So that's a good answer by you.
Yeah.
Good question as well. So kicking it to third down on this, and hopefully it's third and short, but Drew, we got to talk Pittsburgh here, sitting at 5-3. Boring ass Pittsburgh. In my questions,
Mason Rudolph led Pittsburgh.
Mason Rudolph, like tie-in, of course, and they sit in the 5 seed, and maybe that comes down to hurt them. But that's looking at their record now, Drew. Question simple: is this sustainable for the Pittsburgh Steelers? And if you need schedule information, like I'll get that to you as well. But like
nah. I don't need it. They're gonna fall. They're not gonna make the playoffs. I don't. The AFC playoffs are better for them not being in it.
Weirdly, I like, even though not weirdly, of course,
they just tied the Lions.
They did. Jared Goff led Lions.
They just tied the Lions.
Yeah, and they were at home.
Yeah,
I believe, right?
Yeah.
That ain't good.
So I don't have faith until proven otherwise. No faith.
Yeah,
in the Steelers. All right.
I get it.
Going for it, fourth down. We talked about it last week, but there's been some new developments. Atlanta getting blown out by Dallas, Cam in Carolina, Simeon throwing touchdowns in New Orleans. Shawn, right now, who is the second best team in the NFC South?
Shit, it might be who's the first best team in the NFC South compared to that bullshit we saw yesterday. But right now, and creatures of the moment. So, man, I just really don't believe in Trevor Siemian. Eventually, he's going to be Trevor Siemian. I think the Saints are on the way down. Even though they clawed their way back, they're on the way down. Atlanta, it's between Atlanta and Carolina. And right now, with Cam back, got to be Carolina. It's got to be Carolina. And as much as it pains me to say that, I know Matt loving this one.
Yeah, you know he is.
Right. So, but like, I'll be honest, like, and this will kind of sum it up here, but like, I still thought, even though Carolina's defense has been resurgent all year long, and it has not been the defense that's been a problem, I still thought that they were going to be 2 easy wins, not barring how dog shit we played yesterday. Excuse my French, this is an unedited podcast, but here we go.
Yeah.
But I thought they were going to be 2 easy wins, Drew. And now with Cam back, there is something in the water about this team right now that he might be that emotional spark that gets them to a playoff. It might get you that elusive playoff win. They keep messing around.
In the NFC, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take a playoff. I would be okay with a playoff win this year. I just don't want to get to the playoffs and get blown out.
Well, and that speaks to kind of, I think, what you're talking about. But like eventually you either miss the playoffs, get a good pick, but then you eventually get to a point where like your team needs to take that next step. They get to the playoffs and you got to win it. So you have to be somewhere in that middle spot before you go to the top spot typically. Now the Bucks obviously didn't do that last year because they were dog shit before, went all the way to the Super Bowl, but that's what you need. That's the typical progression. And I think Carolina might be there this year.
Nice. All right. Well, let's move on. That's the end of week 10. Let's get it fresh for week 11. Let's do some Man Crush Sundays. We hadn't talked about that in a while. Touch in with our fantasy football favorites for each position. Shawn, where do you want to start?
I'm feeling very saucy about this, so I say let's go quarterback for the first one. Let's go, baby.
All right, who you got? Who's your quarterback this week?
Listen, I am getting nothing but the clean-cut king himself, Mac Jones, going against the Falcons for my quarterback this week. I think Mac. I think Belichick's going to want to build on what they did this past week. And I think this could be an opportunity, especially because Atlanta likes to throw the ball as well. So you could have typically a high scoring game. I think Mac Jones might eat this week, bro.
Okay. I like it. I got Lamar Jackson. I think that Dolphins loss is going to piss him off. I think my man low-key is one of the more competitive players in the league.
Yeah.
You saw him get emotional when they retired his jersey in Louisville.
Yeah.
I think my man wants to win, and I think he's going to put this team on his back against Chicago.
Yeah. Another sleeper pick. I just saw this one, but Tannehill might be a good pick this week going against the Texans as well.
Yeah, very true.
All right, Drew, I'll pick first, man. Where you want to go with this?
Let's go running back. I got Eli Mitchell for San Francisco going up against Jacksonville. He's had double-digit fantasy points the last 3 games, barring what happens tonight against the Rams. But I think San Fran's running the ball. They're getting back to trying to run the ball and play defense. And I think he's going to benefit from that.
Okay. As much as it literally takes a rib out of my stomach to do this, I'm going to go Christian McCaffrey against the Washington football team. I hate y'all right now. And listen, I think talking about building on last week, Christian McCaffrey, first week back, they probably didn't want to do too much, and he still wound up doing a whole bunch because it's Christian McCaffrey. Right. and I think that doubles this week coming to Washington football team. Not only that, but like, this is the Ron Rivera revenge game. Rivera revenge game. Damn, say that 3 times fast. But yes, so I think they need to get something strong on here. Christian McCaffrey's got to go.
All right, I like it. All right, where to next?
Let's do tight end.
Okay.
Let's do tight end. And if we are asking me, like, I hate to take the homer pick here, but I'm going Travis Kelce.
I got Travis Kelce too, man.
Yep, especially after last week. It's an easy pick. I think like they really need to get him going, and they finally did that after a previous couple of weeks where he didn't do too much, man. Drew, what you think about it?
I got Travis Kelce as well, sir, because if Mahomes is right, that's his guy. Especially his red zone target, he's going to get, 2 touchdowns against Dallas if it's a shootout. Watch out for matchups. I believe it's going to be.
Yeah. Sleeper pick, since we both gave you all the same one. I like Dallas Goedert going against the Saints. You know what I'm saying?
Red shirt and all.
Yeah. I mean, and it's because Zach Ertz ain't there anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Jalen's throwing the ball too. He's slinging.
Yeah, getting the dub. So we didn't mention that in the recap. So, but yes, shout to the Eagles. That leaves wide receiver and who else we got? Defense.
Let's go wide receiver because I think you're gonna like mine. I got Mike Evans. He seems to show up against the Giants, and Brady's gonna be pissed.
Well, Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Red Eye Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Full TB12, and it could go. I like, of course, I hope exactly what you said, but lest we not forget, this is a Mike Evans James Bradbury matchup too.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
James Bradbury, damn good corner. So like if Mike gets off, that bodes well for
Mike's
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Mike's got the size on him though. So
True, he does, but they always have matchups. So wide receiver, I think I am going to go. Oh God, there's
some weird matchups this week, right?
There is some weird matchups this week. So there's definitely not a lot of gimmies, to be honest with you. No. But I kind of like this matchup anyway. So I'm gonna go Michael Pittman Jr. In the Buffalo matchup, not necessarily because
Wentz is gonna do good.
Well, because of necessity, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Like volume is a real thing. Yeah. And I think that they are going to need to potentially keep up with Buffalo. Michael Pittman Jr. is the best wide receiver they got, and they need to throw the ball. So
I got it. I like it. All right. Well, what about your defense? What defense you going with this week?
Defense. I think gimme defense, Tennessee Titans. That's the gimme defense. I want to go a little bit more intriguing here. I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, good. I got them. So
I hope so. Nice call by me. Yeah. Yep. I like the Cincinnati Bengals going against the Raiders. I just
basically I'm just playing spoiler right now, but hey, I could catch people off guard going down the stretch here.
And wouldn't you? I mean, like at this point, I think Drew being, we all in the petty boat here, I think he would like to ruin some chances. So
for sure.
Yeah. But I think the Raiders ship continues to go down. Talking about ruining somebody's chances. So I like the Cincinnati defenses this week. Drew, who you got?
This sounds like a gimme pick, but I'm only saying it because they are available in most leagues.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the suddenly looking pretty good Miami defense against the Jets.
Yeah.
They're available. They're out there. If you need a defense this week, that might be one to look at.
That's a really
especially good with Mr. White throwing 4 picks last week.
Yeah, that Mike White ascension, other opposite end this time.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 picks.
And how many times have we seen it? You know what I mean?
True.
You're hyped one week and then he's nobody again the next week.
Well, and apparently, like they have been like I had heard this, but for Mike White, they had been apparently like chanting his name every time he came in the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
I bet that stopped this week.
I bet that stopped. Yes.
No, I'm like,
yeah.
All right, it's time for those matchups of the week. Shawn, I will kick it off. Got to do it. It's the team I grew up watching because my grandfather was a fan. Again, my current team. So I got to talk about it. It's Washington football team at Carolina Panthers. First game with Cam because he's projected to start. Is it for fun or can we win with him? And it's versus the defense. It's kind of starting to figure it out.
Man, and well, the defense, like again, has never been the issue. I want to know. This is a very intriguing matchup to me because I don't know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at the track record of these teams throughout the season, this is a toss-up, to be honest, but like I feel like Carolina is the better team, but Washington just beat the Super Bowl champs and this flag behind me. So like I don't know what you're going to get. Ron Rivera revenge game. Drew, what are you most, or what do you think is going to require for the Panthers to get a win?
Cam's got to throw the ball. Point blank. Like that's it. Like I know I'm iffy on Cam, and I'm catching some flack from some fellow Panthers fans. But if Cam throws the ball, then all is well, and we're fine. And I will gladly say, my bad. I'm sorry, I doubted him. You know what I mean? But can he do that? I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not ready to be like, we're in it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not ready to say this is it. Yeah, we're done. We're making the playoffs. It's a done deal. You know what I mean? Like I need to see something more.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that because like I'm with you in this boat because I believe like you as a fan, since he was on the Panthers, you really haven't seen him throw the ball at a high clip since he was there, left, went to the Patriots, still wasn't doing it there. Now he's back. So like you got to prove it to me. Like I understand that viewpoint. And especially like but I guess what bodes well for y'all is like Washington wasn't throwing the ball that much. Like they haven't been like they're not a wide receiver driven team, even though they have Scary Terry. You know what I mean? Like they've been injured as well. Even more of a knock on the Bucks in my opinion. But a true toss up with this game. I'm very intrigued. I know Rivera is going to be very motivated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rule should be very motivated to prove he was the right choice. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
a lot of
he's kind of got to justify this Cam Newton signing too.
Damn right.
Can they build an offense around his capabilities?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Now he's forcing him to cater the offense to Cam.
What you got, Brady? What you got, Joe? Huh?
Yeah.
Which I don't want this to go back to the John Fox days where we do the read option 3 times and punt the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
how much does Cam want to win this game starting against Ron Rivera?
Very true. Very, very true.
Right.
But I mean, to be fair, Rivera never gave up on him.
He's a loyal guy. He's loyal to maybe to a fault. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Yeah. All right. What you got as your matchup this week?
All right, Drew. I'm going to go Indianapolis and Buffalo for the matchup here. Okay. And listen, I mean, the Colts sitting at 5-5 still have some work to do. I don't think they're going to catch the Titans, but this is a game that they need to have. And not only that, but they need to prove it to themselves that this resurgence is real. You know what I'm saying? Like they finally have a formula getting John Taylor to rush the damn ball. And
that
it's just and he damn sure is. I mean, like bro's he's 60 yards away, roughly 63 yards away from 1,000 on the season already.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So compared to Devin Singletary's 398 Buffalo. But listen, I mean, the points per game, everything is leading in Buffalo's favor, but I really think that Indianapolis could pose a threat because Buffalo, for as much as they beat a bad team yesterday, it hasn't looked as well oiled as it has been. So like I want to see kind of how they bounce back. And I really think you talked about putting it on Cam. I think this game is going to be on Carson Wentz. Like it's now time for him to prove that he is ready to take that next step because you know what the Russian offense is going to give you. The defense of the Colts has been pretty good. Carson's going to have to win a game if they want to get to where they need to go, making that investment to him.
I want to see what happens when he gets close to that 75%. You know what I mean? Like where that draft pick comes into play. And the Colts got to do some inward looking and be like, do we need that draft pick?
Yeah, right.
Further than what's going on this year.
Yeah. Once he started getting to that threshold, man, Carson might have some questions that need to be answered. And this game will help him prove that, though. You know what I mean? Like he should have some opportunities because if
they lose, do they start? Is it Mr. Ellinger time?
Nah, I think they made too much of an investment to him. But as far as is this the quarterback for us, Drew? I think that question very much is in play. You know, I
want to know what Jacob Eason didn't have. You know what I mean? Like what did they see in him that they're like he's not an NFL quarterback?
Well, maybe and maybe he just hadn't had enough time. But I know it ain't the arm. That dude's got a rocket.
That's what I'm saying. He had the size, he had the look, he had the arm. Like, could he just not learn? Like, could he not adapt? Like, could he not read defenses? You know, like,
there's got to be a reason.
I just wonder what it was. You know.
Well, and you could say that about any player who doesn't make it, but it's got to be a reason, right? Like, if they have everything that you would think, and maybe that's why we don't get paid for that, but like I guess if you could tell that, like that's why you might be coaching her in the league,
right? Because I couldn't imagine being a scout for an NFL team. Like that would be ridiculous. I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Like
just throwing darts.
Yeah, like
runs fast.
Yeah. Yeah, like I think so. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, he runs 4.3. Get him in the league.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Well, one matchup we both were kind of looking at, and we'll call it our marquee matchup of the week. The Dallas Cowboys at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And this better be like the national TV game because it's at 4:25. This should actually be the Monday night game if you're asking me. But
at least a Sunday night game. At least flex it tonight. You know what I mean? Like,
and Drew, you know what I'm happy about though? I'm happy for the Chiefs because they looked a little bit better, putting 41 points on the Raiders. And now you are facing a team who has the offensive prowess to put 40 points up. So like they're gonna have to continue to put the pedal to the metal in the offense, man. What you excited about for this game?
I'm excited because these are both two defenses that were really bad last year, but have both shown a little bit of improvement. You know what I mean?
I like that, yeah.
But they're both about to get maxed out with these two offenses. Like,
yeah. But maybe this is the stress test you want to see for the defenses, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, now's week 11's when you want it. You know what I mean? You don't want it, first round of the playoffs.
Hell no. A test before the test, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm definitely excited about that. And these and Drew just hit on it, but like these are two teams who, as far as the average is concerned, right around the same. Like both Dallas is 21st, Kansas City's 23rd in passing yards against per game. At around 250, 260 yards, where you're getting the best of the defensive on the side of is actually from Dallas. It's from Dallas. Dallas is top 10 in points against per game. So they might give up a lot of yards per se. Oh, actually not even that. So total yards against Dallas is top half of the league, but 10th in points against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And their rushing defense is pretty good. So they're 10, but they're top 10 in rushing defense as well. So as far as yards against. So right now, Dallas on paper looks to be the better team, but like, can you really count out MVP Patrick Mahomes?
If he wears a suit and sunglasses, it's over. So before it even starts.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. Yeah. Drew, what do you think? Like you mentioned, Pringle and Hardman, do you think that they still figure into the game plan? Like, are they going to need those guys to step up in order to win this game?
Oh, for sure. You know who I would love to see step up?
Who?
Josh Gordon.
Damn right, man.
My man is a Kansas City Chief, and we haven't heard a thing about it.
Drew, that tends to be the trend with big names that go to Kansas City. I mean, it's three in a row. McCoy, Bell, and now Josh Gordon. And it's like, you know what it is? It's gamesmanship from Andy Reid because he just doesn't want anybody else to have them. And he's not going to use them. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't scoop up OBJ.
Just to sit him on the bench. I'm like, listen, Odell, come on in. But we don't want you to do anything. We want you to make
nothing.
We want you to make
relax.
Make them TikToks, bro. Make them TikToks.
Look, spring training's around the corner. Patrick said he'd get you some tickets to the Royals, man. Just chill.
Want you, you know what you need to do, Odell? Just gain a little bit of weight, man. Just go ahead and just go.
We actually need you to be the second tight end alongside Kelsey.
That's what we need you to do.
Yeah. We tried to bring in Kelvin Benjamin. It didn't work out. All right, let's talk about some locks before we get out of here. Because Shawn, I hate to have to inform you, but you have the lead for the first time this season.
Hey, yeah, I knew I got the Saints game because their season's done. But I forgot about the other one. So
I gotta keep the streak going. You picked the Chiefs to beat Vegas.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to pick slouches. I'm not trying to pick slouches, man. I'm not trying to.
You're 11-7. I'm 10-8 because I picked the Vikings to lose to the Chargers, and we all know that didn't happen. But I did pick Dallas I didn't know they'd absolutely decimate Atlanta like that, but I did pick them to win. So
yeah,
you got the game lead on me, sir. Where do you want
to?
You want to pick winner or loser first?
I think I'm gonna go winner. And right now, I feel like I am doing this more as a will for this team to actually get it done.
Okay.
But Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win against the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. And motherfucker, you better goddamn win this game. Okay? Like, win this game, man. Get your head on straight, man. I'm trying to, like, it's just
those NFC East foes.
I just like win the damn game. Get your head out of your ass.
Damn game.
Play defense. Tom Brady, stop throwing picks. Stop, like, all the bullshit has got to stop. Like, it's gotta stop. Yeah. You like we lost the game, but luckily we get a little bit of dub because Vita Vea is not injured for the season. He went down last play of the game. But win the fucking game, man. Come on. God damn.
Damn.
Motherfuckers.
Damn.
God damn.
God.
I don't know, man. I'm hurt.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I see the pain in your eyes, my dude.
God damn it.
All right. Well, I see your Bucks beating the Giants and raise you Bills beating the Colts.
Oh, Drew calling my matchup. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just what is it about the Colts you don't foresee them having a chance in this game?
Carson Wentz.
It's simple. It's simple. If it's gonna be that, it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
You know
if Diggs is awakened,
yeah,
watch out. It's time. It's time for Buffalo to claim this AFC. Like they noticed that the Chiefs are waking up a little bit. Mm-hmm. They saw Baltimore stumble, Bengals a little bit fall from grace. You know what I mean? They're Cleveland falling apart. Like they're seeing the crown and they're reaching for it, and they're gonna step all over Carson Wentz's face to do so.
And they need to, because guess who's right behind the door number 2? It is the rookie Matt Jones at 6-4 with the Patriots in the division. They thought that division was going to be theirs for the taking for the foreseeable future, and Patriots. Bill Belichick had other plans. So
nay. They
need to get it. They need to get it.
Yeah.
All right. So loss. Who's losing this week? The loser, I feel like, is going to be hard for the both of us because, like, there's a lot of strong on one side of the field and a lot of not strong on the other side of the field in this slate of games. Yeah. So loss, screw it. Minnesota Vikings getting that L going against the Packers. Aaron back from COVID, got misty coming off the field.
We did forget to talk about that. Rodgers. Yeah. Do you think it was out of appreciation for the game, to being able to still play the game?
I really think it was
he saw it get taken away for a week.
Yeah, and I really think that it was because the backlash wasn't as strong as it could have been. So he was like, "Damn, might have saved face on that one."
I'm not canceled.
Right. But I think like that it was definitely that. It was definitely that, and like. How quickly we forget, even though he's like one of the better quarterbacks to ever play the game, that he's also 38, 39 years old. Like he doesn't have that much. Yeah. So like,
and is his legacy still secured yet? You know what I mean?
Like, for sure. Yeah.
Just the one though, just the one Super Bowl. He's good. Just the one.
I think because of everything else he's done.
Okay.
Like he can get away with one Super Bowl. Shit, Dan Marino don't have any. And does anybody think any less of Dan Marino?
A little bit. I feel like a little bit they do. I feel like just a little bit they do.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be talking about Elway the same if he didn't win those two at the end.
We'd be talking about him like Dan Marino.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
You got.
I got the Raiders losing to the Bengals. I think babyface Burrow gets it done, and the Raiders unfortunately continue to fall from grace.
And they need it because the Bengals have fallen from grace. Like in the last couple of weeks with those two bad losses.
Yeah.
So
Bengals don't make me regret that pick. All right.
Ooh,
Chase, don't be dropping. Don't get the dropsies. All right.
Yeah. Don't revert.
Don't make fans chant Sewell's name again. All right.
Yeah. And the Bengals are in Vegas too. Bengals are in Vegas.
Yeah. The Death Star.
So the Death Star. Great stadium. Great stadium.
Yeah.
I think eventually I do want to go and do that whole like club VIP experience.
Yeah,
like how cool. Baller would that be,
right?
Bro? That would be so
champagne.
Baller.
You know what I mean? Like a little day drinking in Vegas.
$18,000 later.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how much it
drop that
costs,
kind of
but
money.
right. Yeah. I know, like, I want to do it. I don't think it's going to happen, but like, I want
Yeah,
to
right.
do
Ooh, I don't know the amount of money I'd have to have in my bank account to be okay with dropping $18,000 on anything other than what, like a car or a house down payment.
Legit.
You know?
Legit. And even when you do it on that, you like, oh,
Ooh.
goddamn. Yeah. So I'm with you on that, man.
They just gave us $3,000 for our used car when we traded it in, and I was still like, we put all of it down, but I still wanted to be like, all of it. I mean,
can we get a check?
All right. Well, Shaw, where can they find you on social media?
Oh man. Well, first off, then like and subscribe. Thank you for being with us, of course, and make sure to tell your friends, share it, and let's get the word out there. We want to hear from you in any platform. So find me, and Harrison will give you his in a second, but at the Kid Suds on Twitter, at nickel_dime FB. That page has actually been getting a lot of interaction as far as views and stuff like that. So we appreciate that. And at the illustrious, the down home, the number one at nickel_dime football on IG. Drew, where can they find your content at, bro?
DrewHarrisonComedy.com. At Laugh with Harrison on Instagram, Harrison_comedy on the tweets.
Yes, sir.
Just hit us up, man. We got a very eventful playoff coming our way, and we're gonna be here for all of it. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next week.